Hello everybody, MSA here and welcome back to your favourite show, Thumbcraft. So this is actually the second attempt of this episode that I am recording in Thumbcraft, and the reason for that was because the original attempt wasn't that good. As you know, I'm quite bad at, what's the word? Talking. Yeah, so what I sort of did was I've rewatched the video and I was about to upload it and things and edit it out and stuff, and it just wasn't good. I was just babbling the entire way through it, kind of like I'm doing now. Um, so what we kind of did in that bad episode or deleted episode or whatever you want to call it is we finished off the research for everything. So we always had the lost stuff finished, so just to make you know, we have got that fully done. Forbidden stuff, we now have it fully done, and you're just going to have to trust me that we have all the other things. But we had two things left to research, and I researched them. And the first one was a soul stealer enchantment. I cannot believe I can't say that. And pretty much what this does is it causes a creature, when you kill him, to have his soul driven out of him, and there's just a chance that it will drop a soul fragment behind. You can also create soul fragments by infusing some, what do you call them, soul sand in a infuser. Oh, sorry, no, not in an infuser, and in a dark infuser. You can get some soul sand, so that is good. And then lastly, we finally got the brazier of souls, and this pretty much is a brazier which allows you to torment a glow of souls and also draw V's and taint from the surrounding chunks to raise the levels of the chunks that the brazier is placed in. So yeah, and I went ahead and made one of these braziers, and they look like that. They look quite nice, and there's a slot in here, and I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I'm assuming it is the Charm of Souls, which I can make. But I tried to put the Charm of Souls in there and it didn't work, so I'm still not entirely sure what it is. I'm not sure if you have to have a filled Charm of Souls or something. Like, let me read this again, because I'm not, whoa, didn't mean to do that. Let me read this again. Just wondering, after reading it, I'm just wondering, do you put soul fragments in? Oh, aha, that's it. And as you can tell, it is doing weird stuff to the V's, and I don't like it, so I'm just gonna take it away because it is my main room. I don't want it to be affected badly or anything. Yeah, weird stuff's happening now. V's levels going down, apparently. That's not good. Like when you go here, if you look at the corner, it says 95. Then you go here, 25. Oh well. It's cool. Another thing which I sort of discussed a little bit last episode, or not last episode, like the last episode, was that people seem to think that I'm running low on V's and that I have overwhelming amounts of taint. That is not true. Last episode, the reason why these are all empty, and they're still pretty much quite empty, is because I just simply ran out of crystals in the input slots. But I went ahead and filled them up again because I can get crystals so easily now with that crystal farm. It is unbelievably efficient. So they're all nice and filled up. The reason was just I pretty much had them down so that there was no crystals in them. That was the only reason why, and I didn't realise because I normally have them so that they just automatically refill when they need to because there's so many crystals there. That's the first time I've ever actually had a drain from this series ever. So that's why. And lastly, a lot of people seem to think that I have huge overflows of taint and stuff. Well, no, if you remember back at the start of the series, what I'd promised was that around my main base area, I am not going to use any filters, and I'm going to try my best just to use these crystals and use as little of the crucible as possible. And the only reason I really have crucible here is to generate a little bit of taint so that I can use it with this. And then here I had that small issue where obviously if you have so many of these items sucking out of the local aura and producing taint into the aura, I got a bit of an increase in taint in the area. So pretty much this is just to suck all the taint out. And in the episode thing that I didn't, like, I recorded but you can't see, pretty much what I did was I mined the tunnel all the way down to there, and to the tainted lands where I dump it all out there in the atmosphere. Because if I learnt anything from geography, if you're going to pollute something, do it to a place that has already been deadly polluted and pretty much destroyed. Yeah, I don't listen that much in school. No, but like, in all seriousness, the reason why I'm not showing that episode is because it just really was me talking forever, like I have done for the last 5 minutes. But what I am going to do is I'm going to show you 32 times speed of me mining that entire thing out. And you got to remember, I was talking through this entire thing, so that you're lucky that I skipped it. Okay, so I'm going to show you the clip, and then we're going to get into some serious Thaumic stuff, because I have not been doing that much Thaumy stuff in Thaumcraft, the series. Okay, see you in a minute. So, what I've done also off camera is I've mined out these stairs here, like I said I was going to, and they work quite well. They look nice, and they're not completely done. Obviously, they're not going to be pure smooth stone at the end of it, but for now I'm leaving it pure smooth stone. And what we're going to do is we're going to mine a tunnel all the way through. And I have something kind of want to talk to you about, so I thought this would be kind of a good point too. I've been told to sort of reduce the amount of talkie time in every episode, which is agreed by me because I talk way too much. But this is something I kind of need to talk about. So recently, what I have done is I've signed up for PayPal, and now I've got a PayPal donation system. So yeah, you guys can donate to me. Yay! I'm not expecting like loads of donations or anything. But you know, I thought you know I might as well do it because this is taking up quite a lot of my time every day, and you know, I thought a donation scheme would be kind of like your way of saying thanks to me, like the simplest way. And I'm dying of hunger right now. That's great. Do I have any food on me? No, I do not. Oh no, what am I going to do? Oh, yeah, I know. I'll go up here and get all this wheat. Yay! Then I will run to my nearest crafting table, which is where's my nearest crafting table? It's all the way down here. Then I run to here, or I could just get my Charmed Vigor, but I do not have that on me. I do have that. Ow. Oh no. Charm of Vigor. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, the donation scheme is there then for people who want to donate. It's sort of just as a way of saying like, thank you for making videos for us to watch, sort of. So that's there if you want it, and I would appreciate it if you did donate. But again, you know, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you to or anything. And right now, I don't have like a donation award scheme sort of thing, like the way Generic B has his little village and Etho has his tree farm and things like that. I don't actually have one of those right now, but I would like to do one in the future. I just need to come up with a good idea because I really like their ideas, but like I don't want to copy their ideas. So that's why I don't really want to do those ones. But you know, it's just sort of like a way of saying thanks, really. So donation scheme is there. It will be in the description. Although I don't want to talk about it too long because I don't want to seem greedy. So yeah, it's there. Use it if you want to. I would appreciate it. Support me, really. And the second topic is to do with mods. So with obviously like me being a modder, a lot of you sort of tend to think that I know quite a lot about mods. And it's kind of funny. I don't. I really don't. I'm actually quite a noob at the modded Minecraft side. Everyone says I sort of suit Minecraft better with mods, and I would probably agree with that. I do definitely suit the modded style of Minecraft better, but knowledge wise, I am actually quite a noob at mods, apart from Thaumcraft, and even still I'm quite a noob at it. Um, and a lot of people have been asking me to do sort of like a Direwolf type series, and you know, I'm not against that. I'm not against doing a Direwolf series or Direwolf style series, but ow. The one issue with that is then again, like saying I don't really know anything about any of the other mods. So if I were to do a Direwolf style series, you know, I would need to learn a lot about the mods, and it won't be too overly compact. Like Direwolf has maybe about 50 billion different mods installed, and half of them, to be honest, I don't even really like that well. So if I were to do ever do one, and I don't give your hopes up because I'm not saying I necessarily am. I'm just saying if I were, it would probably have Buildcraft, Industrialcraft, Red Power, and Thaumcraft in it. Equivalent Exchange, don't really think so. I don't really like Equivalent Exchange, to be honest, and it's quite funny. Everyone always seems to be quite shocked when they hear this because they think Thaumcraft and Equivalent Exchange are like the same thing. They're like to do with magic, and I'm like, they're really not the same thing. Equivalent Exchange, like, you know, it's not bad. It's just not my style of thing. You know, I don't like the whole transmutation system in it. Like, you could argue Thaumcraft is kind of a bit overpowered. The fact that you can repair items and pretty much have awesome picks like the one I'm using right now. Yeah, and I agree with that. I just don't like really the style of Equivalent Exchange. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So, yeah, so a modded series is definitely something that I could be doing in the future. Although one series which I'm planning to do, and this could happen within the next couple of weeks, maybe like even this week, and that's a Portal LP. And the Portal LP is going to be a little bit different than what I originally thought of, because as you know, I've played Portal 2 and I've completed it, and it's sort of like going like, what's the point in doing it again? Like I can't really remember half the challenges or anything like that. But I probably would sort of find it quite easy because I sort of have done it, and somewhere in the back of my head I would sort of understand how all the sort of challenges roughly go. But there's been a new DLC added to Portal recently where there's like a really easy to do map creator, and thousands upon thousands of people are creating really good, really detailed, something better than the actual Portal game itself, maps. And what I was thinking of doing is doing a series on that where I just simply play through some cool maps. I could do it live commentary, I could do it like post commentary. I probably will do more live commentary than post commentaries on it, but you know, it'd be something to do, you know, it'd be something in the background for maybe like video updates or something. And also another thing I was thinking is like I could have a scheme sort of where you send me maps and I play them, and then like I could like play 5 or 10 maps, record them all, upload the best 3 or something, you know, almost like have like miniature competitions between either like the sort of web in general or your actual maps. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. So tell me what you think about that. Tell me what you think about the mods. Even though I do have the overall say because it is my channel, I kind of want to know what you guys want to see me do. I know I'm going to get a ton of people commenting going like, oh well, why should we tell you what to do, it is your channel. But I'm like, yeah, but it's pointless me doing a channel which no one's going to be watching. That's sort of my comeback to everything. So tell me like what you guys would like to see, and then I will sort of choose if I want to do that, sort of, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so say in the comments below, and I have been doing enough decoration and sort of building today, because this is Thaumcraft and you're here to see Thaumic stuff, so let's get into that. So for today's episode there are a couple of things that I kind of want to do, and the main one is to do with seals, because a lot of the seals in the game are kind of unknown to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't really seem to understand how the seals work and things like that. So what I decided to do this episode is, I think what I kind of want to do is I want to get the seals and break them down and just sort of try and explain them to people so that people sort of get a general understanding of them, because it seems to me like a lot of people actually don't really get them. So we're going to quickly do that, and I have ran out of juice on this machine apparently, this thing. It's quite interesting how it doesn't let you do it so it doesn't break. That's a nice feature, I quite like that. But yeah, so we're going to go down and we're going to get seals done, and we're going to experiment with them, and we are going to break them down till they are broken dry and things like that. So I was going around wondering a good place to show off all these cool seals, and I thought what a better place than the desert, because it's large, it's flat, and there are a couple of mobs around, but not too many to get in your way. Cool, I clicked there if you didn't hear that. So let's start off with doing the 3 magic seals. So there's a magic, there's a magic, and a magic. So let's just start off with this one. So this seal positively charges the local area at a slow rate, boosting any Thaumic device operating nearby, and it has no effect on the aura rating. Over here, it's a seal that boosts the speed of any Thaumic device operating nearby and has no effect on the aura rating, but it's a little bit more stronger than this one. And then this one obviously is the same, where it greatly boosts the speed of any Thaumic device operating in the nearby area, but has no effect on the local aura rating. Good. So let's do the same, but with the air runes. So the first one, if I get my crystal ball out, it emits a weak blast of air that blows items or creatures away. This has a moderate blast of air, and this one, and this one emits a strong blast of air. So for example, they simply push it away. So let's do some more testing of this over here. Now if I get, say, actually it'd probably be better if we just do it on this wall here, and we get these back. There we go. So the first one, let's check this out. So it blows things away quite slowly, and I'm not quite sure how far away that is really. We'll say it's 4 blocks away, but you also have to sort of take into account the side bit. So 4 blocks out pretty much. And the next one, which is the second strongest one, can blow them. Let's have a check. It's a bit faster, and it is clearly a lot further away. It pushes it all the way out to here. Let's see if it pushes it any further. It doesn't look like it, but it's worth a shot. Let's say, oh, this one's going straight, so that'll be good. So this one pushes a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocks away. And let's check out the strong one. So the strong one appears to push it, whoa, quite a long bit away. So let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blocks away. That is kind of crazy. So let's get these back. Oh, got all of them that time. And let's have a look at the water seals. So we'll put these down. And let's have a look. That's the wrong device. So the seal hydrates the soil within a large radius. The seal has no effect, and the seal has no effect. So pretty much this one then will just hydrate soil. So if I go back to should I go all the way back to base? Oh wait, there's some stuff over here. I was about to go all the way back to base to get some soil, but I guess I can get some from here. So if we start placing down some soil, this seal here should over time hydrate it if we till it. So oh good, I have my hoe of Majestic on it. So we do this, and as you can see, it starts to hydrate it. So that works well, and it works very well indeed. Next up, the earth ones. So let's have a look. The seal tills the earth within a short radius, within a moderate radius, and then I'm guessing, yes, within a large radius. So this was sort of similar to the water one, except it it physically tills the soil. So the water one and the dirt one could be used within like good sort of use together in some ways, you know, so that you could have it tilling and also have it so that it is like what would you call it? Tilling and fertilizing, moistening. Yeah. So let's check out the fire ones. Now I'm sure you all know what these do already, but what I need to do is get a little friend. So if I head over here, and I am deliberately not showing you what they do because it is kind of cool, but I'm sure you all know what it does. You've seen it before. I'm sure you've seen it before. But for the guys who haven't, that's what happens there. It sets people on fire. Yay! So let's have a look at the actual stats for these. Now they are kind of basic. This is a short range fire attack. This one a medium range fire attack, and this one is a long range fire attack. Now, lastly, I've sort of given up using the other one. The runes aren't hard to make, to be honest. So I've sort of given up making them. And the last one finally is dark. And a lot of you probably know what the darks do, or to be specific, they do not do. So you could kind of say it's pointless me making those and showing you off. I should have just wasted some things, yeah. But I thought it'd be wise to show you them. So now that we've learned the basic ones, and that they are the actual seals that every color has, or well, what every rune has. Now I want to show you the sort of cool mixed and matched ones. So the first one, which everyone knows and loves, would be the portals seal. So the portal seal works very easily and well, and pretty much it just sends portals out and you can walk through them. Although they do a couple of other things. What these portal seals do, and I probably should just show you this, is that they actually now leave the chunk open. Sorry, it was turning nighttime and I decided to go to sleep. But yes, so this will actually keep the chunk open. And if I set up a third one here, you'll see that if I click on it, I can actually switch through the different portals. So I can choose which one to go to. And for example, if I threw it through there, that came out that portal there. If I switch it, whoa, didn't mean to do that. If I switch it one more time, and whoa, if I switch it now, you'll see it goes out that one. So it works quite well. And lastly, you can set different sort of paths to these. So with the third rune insertion bit, what you can do is you can actually set it up so that they'll only go to certain links or whatever you want to call them, like sort of travel passes, whatever you want to call them, it's fine. But they pretty much go to a different system, and now you cannot open this one, and even if I walk up to it, it just will not open because there's nothing that is linked to, whereas that is linked to that now, and you can travel through it. You can also get like rings that are hooked up to the travel system, but they kind of are a little bit of waste, I think, but they, you know, whatever. So the next one is a magic and fire. Now what does it do, you wonder? Well, if I went home and got some redstone, you can see that it will, if you're in its line of sight, the seal will produce a sort of sparkling thing, and that powers the block beside it. So it will power this block, which means that I can split a redstone signal and get that redstone signal sent out of it. And so as you can tell, it only works if you're in its line of sight, and there is a limit to this sight. So I think that's, how many blocks is that? 6 or 7 maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. So yeah, it appears to be 8 blocks. And if I, for example, get some stone, actually it'd probably be handy to keep this line going here, just for an example, and say if I place some stone there, as you can see it instantly cuts off the signal because it needs to be like as it says, a line of sight. So there are a couple of other ones for these, and I'm not going to make them because it takes a while, but I am going to read them to you. So do excuse the pause menu screen, but I'll read them now. So if you have a magic fire magic, it will detect hostile creatures and mobs within a medium range, and it requires a line of sight again. If you have the same portal but with a fire as its third thing, it will detect only items. Again, if you do the same thing but with air as the third one, it as the magic plus fire above, but at a long range. So pretty much that just is the standard one that I've just made, but at a longer range. And then there is the magic fire earth one, which only detects animals within a medium range, which requires a line of sight. And finally the one with the dark, which only will detect players within a medium range, which requires a line of sight. And if you are clever and noticed I missed out the water, that is because the water sort of third thing doesn't actually have an effect. So the next couple of ones I want to show you are the air dark, the air dark and fire, and the water air. So these do a range of different things, and if I get out my handy crystal ball, you'll see that this one positively charges the the sail sucks nearby items and creatures towards itself. So that's kind of the opposite of the air sails. This one here will suck the items and it will destroy anything, or if it was an animal it would suffer damage. And finally this one it kind of freezes the creatures and slows them in its movement. So let's set up some examples here. So this first sail here, it sucks the items into it, and the second sail here physically destroys the items, and I don't know why I'm doing it with my runes, to be honest. I should probably do it with this stuff. So as you can see, it actually physically kills the item that it touches. I know there's sort of a bit of sort of grouping between these two, so I shouldn't have probably done them on the same mode. But as you can see, this one also just simply sucks in items, and just to show I wasn't throwing that, it sucks them in. Pretty cool. And just for exemplar purposes, I am going to show you the slowing one with cow. And now I'm not going to be showing every single sail here because there are literally about 20 billion different sails. So I'm not going to show you all of them, but I'm going to show you the ones I think look the coolest. But then here we go. So as you can see, the cow has now significantly slowed in its movement. It may not be as noticeable as normal, but if I say hit it, see, it falls really slowly. I can hit it up really high, and then it falls. I think that looks really cool. And the final sails I want to show you are the fire air sails. Now these sails are very cool. So if I get some of these pigs over here as examples, you'll see that it starts producing a kind of a weird sound, and then it starts to hurt the pigs out of nowhere. So it kind of acts as a sort of mysterious boundary of kind of like death almost. So if you then do it as a fire air air, it acts the same, but it's longer range and it cannot miss. Then if you do a fire air fire, and I'll get my crystal ball out for this, it emits a beam of superheat which will damage and push creatures away, whereas this one it just can't miss. So it appeared to kill a pig just there, which was pretty long range. So let's have another look at this and see how long range it actually is. So we're quite far away from this right now, and I'm assuming that's the long range one. So let's see. Yeah, so it's starting to take effect here, and you actually physically saw that beam there. So it is pretty impressive and pretty strong, and that's the only real ones I kind of want to show you. Now there are other ones, like for example that you can keep chunks open. There's ones that you've all seen last episode where it helps grow crops, and there's thousands more. But to be honest, I can't be bothered showing you them all because that would take me all century. I have no idea how Anazor or Anazanor, I don't know how you say it. But I have no idea where you got the time to code all these, because it takes forever just to show them. So you know, it's crazy insane. But I think that's all I want to do this episode. So thanks for watching. And remember to donate. Although you won't be annoyed by me if you don't. Just sort of stared at in a bad way from a distance. No, but in all seriousness, like if you want to, feel free. Don't have to. And if you do, though, I will probably be doing something in the near future, and I'm gonna have them all down on record anyway, so I'll put them all up. And yeah, so yeah, again, thanks for watching, and see you later. I am MSA545. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and see ya.